Okay. All right. We're getting ready to do something new this semester. I'm going to do some notes basically where I will be giving to you via video, worked out. Some of them will not be me, but there will be videos. So you are expected to take your notes and come into class with your questions that you may have. So we can spend more time in class doing actual problems as opposed to me up teaching. So let's look at what we did last night and what we did in class today. Converting from degrees to minutes to seconds, which is DMS. Degrees, minutes, which is one hyphen with singular, and seconds has two, almost like the quotation symbols. That's what DMS stands for. Okay, so we're going to look at some conversions first. 1 degree equals 60 minutes. 60 minutes equals 60 seconds. We knew that already. Okay. Radiance. Radiance, to convert from radiance or radians to degree, we use this conversion. 180 degrees over pi radians. Now notice they didn't say 3.14 blah 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 blah. They used pi. Pi is more exact, and so we will be using pi in our answers unless otherwise stated. So then to convert from degrees to radians, we use pi radians over 180 degrees. All right, I'm not going to do the examples that the book gave. I'm going to do some more examples for you. Hopefully you'll get a better understanding of those particular examples. So the very first example that I'm going to do for you is converting from decimal form to degrees, minutes, and seconds. So we have 99.37 degrees, and we want to convert this to DMS. So the 99 is already in degrees, so we leave it alone and just work with the 0.37 degrees. So to convert 0.37 degrees to minutes, we're going to use the conversion factor from above. 1 degree equals 60 minutes. Now, if 1 degree equals 60 minutes, we want our degrees to cancel out. So we can take the 1 degree equals 60 minutes and make it be 60 minutes versus 1 degree. We can write that either way we need to write it to get what we need. We can put 1 degree over 60 minutes. It just depends on what you need for your conversion factor, and that's why they call that conversion factors, because we can convert them however we choose to convert them. So then when we look at this, the degrees cancel out, and then we have 37 times 60 minutes. And we got to calculate that. Putting this in the calculator to go ahead and calculate that. So that's 0.37 times 60. Okay. Make sure you put 0.37 times 60, and that gives you 22.2 minutes. So now that we have the 22.2 minutes, we got to convert the 0.2 minutes to seconds. So then we take 0.2 minutes, use our conversion factor, 60 minutes equals 60 seconds. So then we multiply 0.2 times, here again, we want the minutes to cancel out, so the minutes are going to go on the bottom. Okay, the minutes cancel out, and then we put that in the calculator, and we end up with 12. Okay, now when you put this in the calculator, you don't have to put the little minutes and second symbols, because it's automatically understood when we're actually doing the actual math, but we want to carry it out at the end. So 99.37 degrees equals 99 degrees, 22 minutes, and 12 seconds. I do expect you to be able to do this by hand. So make sure that tonight when you're doing your homework that you practice doing this by hand. Now let's go from DMS form to decimal. Here's your example. 48 degrees, 30 minutes, and 36 seconds. Alright, so this is already in degrees, so we can leave that alone. 30 minutes. So we have 30 minutes, and we're going to convert this to degrees. So how do we convert 30 minutes to degrees? Well, we know that 1 degree equals 60 minutes. So this time, we want minutes to cancel out. So when we do that, we end up with 1 degree over 60 minutes. And then the minutes cancel out. So we end up with 30 over 60. And that's degrees. So then we have 36 seconds. Now this is going to be two conversion factors, because we're going to take the seconds and convert it to minutes, and then convert the minutes to degrees. So we know that 60 minutes equals 60. Uh-oh, sorry about that. I made a mistake. So I'm going to erase that, and let's do this again. We know that 60 minutes equals 60 seconds. Or did I say that right? Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. 1 minute equals it's getting late. 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Let's erase that. 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Okay, so that looks better. So now we end up with, at the top we're going to have 1 minute, at the bottom we're going to have 60 seconds. Okay, so then the seconds cancel out, and then we end up with 36 over 60 seconds, and we want to convert this to degrees. And we know 1 degree equals 60 minutes. I keep saying seconds, but this is actually minute. 1 is minute. So then we're going to multiply 36 over 60 by 1 degree over 60 minutes, because we want our minutes now to do what? Cancel out. So we end up with 36 over 3600 degrees. Alright, so then we get our calculator out and we put this in. So we got 30 divided by 60. That's going to give you 0.5, which we knew that already. And then 36 divided by 3600 is going to give you 0.01. So you add 48 degrees plus 0.5 degrees plus 0.01 degrees, because now all of these are all degrees, which gives you 0.51 degrees. So you end up with 48.51 degrees, converting from DMS form to decimal form. Okay. One more example that I'm going to do before the night is over with is to look at converting from DMS to radians. Converting from DMS to radians. So let's look at 150 degrees. Now, remember we said converting from degrees to radians, we would have to use the conversion factor 1 radians over 180 degrees. So, we're going to take our 150 degrees and multiply it by pi radians or radians over 180 degrees. Again, we're converting this, so that means that the degrees are going to do what? Cancel out. And so we end up with, now I just want to really reduce this. So in order for me to reduce this, I'm going to end up having this to be 5 over 6 radians, pi radians. Notice I didn't multiply it by pi, I just multiplied it by the radians. So now we converted 150 degrees to our radians form. And then we can convert vice versa from radians to degrees. So to convert from radians to degrees, let's look at that example and then we'll be done for today. So then we're going to look at, let's look at pi over 4. Now this is in radians, so instead of multiplying by pi radians over 180 degrees, we're going to have to multiply by 180 degrees over pi radians. And then these cancel out, or in this case we say simplify to 1, and then we end up with 180 divided by 4, which gives us 45 degrees. And so we are done. So tonight's homework for practice, make sure you do it in your spiral notebooks, is going to be to do page 356 in your book, and you are going to do 1 through 23 every third odd. So let me help you out there. You're going to start at number 1. The next problem that you're going to do is 7. Then after 7, you're going to do 13. Then you're going to do 19. And then you're done. So really that's only 4 problems that you're going to be working tonight. All right. Tomorrow come in with some feedback and let me know how this went. Again, this is the first time, so I hope all is well and you guys have a good night.